out through the hose line that we send out to the monitor.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So this first has to create this cycle of water coming in from this source. But it needs the water in the tank to be the water that pushes this through to get it running. Then once you get it running, then it sustains itself and you can then get water flowing. Okay? So that's the concept behind this. So the reason for two of these, this one, we're just going to be pulling our 1 3/4 line to connect to here. And it'll go out through a 2.5-inch line back to the engine. Once we get our system running, then we switch to the 5-inch one. And now we'll have two lines that have water, that are pulling in water to then feed out through our system. That make sense?
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Bob.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
What? Did I get
You're out of service.
Oh. Do you need another one or is that fine?
No, like the bag is the one that's broken. Everything else is fine.
Okay.
I can't deal with it. Oh, this hydro bag has a giant hole in it.
Yeah, we do have another spare brand new one. I think it's still sitting at the towel.
Need a hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just feed through?
Yeah. Go to Bob.
Got it.
That black one. Yeah, the shot falls down and I was like, everything that's stuck in there.
So that'll go to this one.
That goes to that.
Feed it back over?
Yeah.
Because this is the Venturi effect right here. Narrow into wide, just like here. Narrow into wide. And so when you provide enough pressure going in, then it helps to push the water through. Because the whole idea with this is when you have vehicles that don't have hard suction hose, how are you going to draft?
Okay.
So,
Huh.
That saves some time.
So is this, what's the difference between this and this? Are they essentially the same?
Same
Is this
idea.
same idea?
Same principle. Just a different size of hose, I believe.
right. So my reason of why I'm borrowing the small one is when you look at the volume of water that's about to go through all these hose lines, and there's only 500 gallons in that tank.
Okay.
I would rather get something established where water is returning back to the pump with something, so that way my tank is full. So when I switch to this one, I have enough in the loop
Ha.
that's sustaining this flow.
Okay.
If I
makes sense.
was actually able to get that engine right here, I wouldn't need the second one.
Right.
But there's a certain amount of friction loss that's going to occur all the way up to this point, and because of that friction loss, I'm not going to get as much volume moving through in a single line. And in the 5-inch hose, just looking at how long that is, so what we're going to do is we're going to set up the 5-inch to connect into the, but we'll do the 5-inch intake on the passenger side.
Okay.
So that way, at least on the pump side, this area is clear enough, so if I have to troubleshoot anything, I'm not tripping over 5-inch hose. Okay?
Basically 2-inch.
And then the 2.5 can connect in on the intake on this side. So at least on this side, if I'm dealing with any hose, it's just 2.5, but look, 5-inch on the other side, so I don't have a tripping hazard there.
Now I'm just flipping.
Check.
these kinds of holes and lines that sequence
You can't fight the temptation when you get the vibration. Won't do you no good. Won't do you no good. You better start rolling when you hear the man call. Won't do you no good. It won't do you no good. If you don't mind, 'cause I've never mind.
That should be good.
Let the feeling come take you. It won't do you no good. It won't do you no good. And you know I got fever. So when you hit me right, you know you might as well. It won't do you no good. Said it won't do you no good. And I said, kiss your baby goodbye. Come on, low, it's alright. Heaven knows they wanna break you apart. Yeah. Kiss your baby goodbye. Come on, low, it's alright. You never know unless you give it a try.
Yeah. Wasn't that bad. Okay. Nice.
Can't fight the temptation when you get the vibration. Won't do you no good. Won't do you no good. And you can tell I got fever. You try to shake it off, try it all you want. It won't do you no good. Said it won't do you no good. And I said, kiss your baby goodbye. Come on, love, it's alright. Never knows they wanna break you apart. Yeah. Kiss your baby goodbye. Come on now, it's alright. You never know unless you give it a try.
solid coming out of you. Maybe you got enough water coming in.
You must set it up then. That's good. Want me to let him know?
Let me know when we got water flowing.
Roger, we're about to start. Because! Keep it on the line, yeah. Wow. Got water flowing.
Copy.
Yeah. We're just watering the grass. You don't need a stream, you get a fog. That is cool.
Now I'm wet.
That is super cool. Hey, look, a rainbow.
What the heck?
Hey, we're losing pressure over here.
I'll leave a mic connected.
You didn't hear me?
No, I did not. Have the old Alan.
How's it going?
Did you guys open up already?
Yeah, we lost pressure at one point
Oh,
for the past minute.
I think he's messing with something.
Can you guys hear us on the radio?
I didn't hear nothing.
Some channel? 832?
Yeah.
Mic check 1 2.
Go again?
Check 1 2.
Barely.
Well, you lost pressure over there. I could hear him over there. Alan, Fluke. Yeah, they know we lost pressure, but I don't know. Captain Buell's doing something with the engine. Just stand by. So, went to go get food and left for a couple hours to go do some other stuff. And this is what they got going on now. So it looks like they fixed their issues. They just got water flowing here. It does look like it's a lot lower. So all our water's coming straight from there now? Or, because we're hooked up to a hydrant here, right?
The hydrant is shut down.
Okay.
As in, you can't take, because they shut down the intake, but the hydrant's still open. Intake from the engine's closed.
The intake on the engine's closed,
From the
but
hydrant.
if he needs the water to refill the tank,
Just open the intake on the engine.
so that's what that's there for. So that's why,
It's an emergency.
so we have a line there so we don't run out of water. But other than that, it's just going.
Like, seriously, I see you.
Doesn't look like it's gone down that far. Maybe like a, whoa, wait, no, where was
4
it?
inches.
4 inches?
I love 4 inches.
Oh
So
man,
It's dropped 8 inches since we started.
okay.
4 inches in an hour when we had the smaller nozzle. Since we switched over to this other one, it's gone down 4 inches in 45 minutes.
Wow.
Okay.
Everything's still stable?
So it'll probably drop another 2 inches by the time it's exactly 1 hour since you guys
And-
fixed the tip.
And we're running right off that water right now. Sweet.
In fact, what we could do is we could go ahead and shut off the hydrant, and I'm just going to pull the hose inside, but I'm not going to, because I'll probably still have to continue this tomorrow.
So what's going on?
So if you look, the top black line is where it was when we started.
Oh wow, okay.
And when we were
Yeah.
using the other one, the next line is where we were at.
What do you mean
Since-
the other one? Since,
What we did is we changed out the tip. So instead of the tip that's on there now, we were using a smaller hand line on it.
yeah.
So that way we could get the system to stabilize. Once we got it stabilized and flowing, we let it do it for about an hour. Then we switched out and put on the tip that belongs on that master screen.
Okay.
So right now that flow is moving
Oh,
where
man.
it was 4 inches in an hour. This one is removing about 6 inches in an hour. So I had to figure out what the square footage of
The pool
How you
is?
the
measure
pool
it?
was.
Oh yeah, he's got time. We've been sitting here.
So the square footage of the pool is
Wait. That's not 1,770,121
in inches. 'Cause
inches.
I had to convert it into inches because since I want to figure out cubic,
Yeah.
I also have to know for the amount of inches that are dropping. So when I multiply that number times 4,
Okay. Oh,
okay, so
even
then I
bigger.
take that number there, divide it by 1728, and that's how much cubic feet was removed with 4 inches of drop. So 4097, come over here to my converter here, cubic feet to gallons, 4097. That's how many gallons was removed in 1 hour.
30,647.
Right, within only 4 inches.
So that's 4 inches of pool. That was 1 hour.
when we do another 6 inches,
Wow.
So how many feet are we leaving in here now?
So if we were
Okay,
filling up
so
water
right
tenders,
here.
we could be filling them up all day.
Yep.
That's cool.
is just under this bottom step.
Okay.
So basically, I'm following the blue square, the blue cross.
Right.
So as long as I don't get to the bottom of the blue cross,
Oh, you guys shouldn't take you too long then.
No, at the rate we're going, we're basically, now that we've got that nozzle on, we're moving a foot every 2 hours.
Okay. A foot on here. Wow.
They raised it to our original 7 feet.
What's that?
They didn't raise it.
So how
they
many-
raise our original 7 feet? I'm guessing.
Well, they want to actually keep a layer of water on this end too.
Okay.
So they were just saying, okay, on the deep end, we need to keep it 7 feet. But when I talked to their contractor, he was saying just keep a layer of water here too, because what they're going to do afterwards is they're going to have a crew come in next week. They're going to dive into the deep part of the pool, and they're going to bore holes
Whoa.
through it so the groundwater can come up through it.
Oh, wow. Oh, that way. Okay, cool.
Groundwater is what would push the pool up.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if they relieve the pressure by boring holes through it and let the groundwater come up, so it equalizes.
They have completely empty it.
Interesting. Okay.
But how would they seal it since it's leaking before? Heavily salt.
Hey, Bob.
Well, you don't have to go in here. They stopped running the chlorine system again a week and a half ago.
Wow.
Does having line that's submerged underwater change the flow dynamics in any way? Doesn't change anything about friction or anything, does it? You're still gonna get friction through the hose. There's
Right,
pressure
well-
on top of the
well,
hose, though.
What you have is, that's part of the concept of lift. So when you have hose that is submerged below the pump, you have to overcome a certain amount of lift or gravity.
Oh, interesting, because
So-
the pump's all the way up there, right? Right?
So right now when I'm measuring lift, the lift is from the top of the water, not where it's submerged,
The top of the water.
to the pump.
Right.
So right now, the pump is roughly from where we're at, because I know that grading right there is 44 inches, the
Okay.
fence. Okay? So that's 44 inches there. It's 44 inches at the very end here. So right now, if I add 44 and 44, 88, so come down maybe a couple of inches, I'm probably about 7 feet here. And because we know that what the level was supposed to be, 4'6", but it's already dropped several inches, I'm probably, let's say 4 foot, there's at least 2 feet of water there, so I'm about 9 feet above. So at the max of what you should be for lift, I'm there.
Interesting.
I would have more of a problem there. That's going to be more than 10 feet of lift.
Yeah.
So that's why when we put the strainer where it is at the 6 foot mark,
Right?
okay, so it's there at 6 feet, but really the box is about 8 inches tall. So it's about for the top of it, it's at about 5'4". So 5'4" level there, where it says 6 feet. 6 feet to where the spillover is.
Okay.
That goes over. So you're looking
Right.
at about another 18 inches. So 5'4" plus another 18 inches puts you at 6.5, almost 7. So 7 and 7 right there where it's at. I'm going to be at about my max. Once this gets down to the level they want,
You'll
I'm
be at
going
the
to be
max.
at the max. So I'll start seeing a drop in my performance.
Aha, the more we pump out, the further,
So the more the lift increases,
the further you pump out, the further your lift is going to increase.
so that's why I
So you're
keep
gonna
coming
get to a
back here,
point-
checking how fast is that moving, and then coming back over here to check the gauge. And of the 2 master gauges, the left one is what I'm getting at draft. So as long as I'm reading positive on that, I'm good. And on the right one is just under 200.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is as the lift is greater with the drop of water, I'm going to see the gauge on the left start to drop because the lift has increased, and it has dropped a little bit. And the amount of efficiency with the one on the right is going to change.
So we can increase the pressure on the right.
I can, but I have to be careful not to try to, like what we did the very first time. We over-delivered, but we didn't have enough water coming in, and then it basically drained out our tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've isolated the tank, so the tank's full right now.
Yep.
So if anything goes wrong, I can still pull from the tank to support it. But that's why I figured right now we can just go ahead and shut off the hydrant, disconnect, and just pull the hose in close to the pool fence, and fitness can help do fit things.
Yes, sir. Sure to be a blast.
And you'll be part of it.
But
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if we were having to do a major drafting operation,
This would be about how you would do it.
that's why I took pictures of this whole layout, because a couple of our areas in Alameda where we do have swimming pools that are big swimming pools,
Yeah.
now I know how they would have to do it.
And I have this up here. You can actually, I've got everything of how we did it too.
Yeah. So it's all, I mean, we were able to do it with 200 feet of 5-inch, because I was able to get, we know the direct distance of that to here is 100 feet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is 50 feet.
Okay.
That's 50 feet to that point here. So with two, and because it's this long slope that we're having to deal with versus having a, if we had just had one gradual going in here, I could have used a 100 footer
Okay.
to that, and I would have been fine. But because we had to deal with that,
So you had to loop it around.
two sections.
So that's how much, how
But
many
if you were
feet?
coming in from a parking lot,
Right.
and you had a swimming pool that was gated at a motel
Oh,
or
yeah.
someplace else, this is the same
This
thing
is
you'd have
this
to
is
do.
pretty close to what. Yeah. This is as close as you'd probably be able to get to like a hotel swimming pool. Yeah.
Yes.
I guess this is pretty good stuff to train, because like, what if the fire plugs aren't working for some reason? What if you got no city water pressure?
Right.
Like San Francisco fire or San Francisco earthquake, right? There was no water.
89, yep.
So
at least what we're learning
if you knew
from
how to do this,
is I'm going to be documenting out on
Yeah.
a sketch of the pool how we
And all
had
this.
all of this hose laid out and why we were having the performance we were having.
right?
And so obviously if it was a shorter line to that monitor that's out there, if this was a shorter line going here, we'd have far more efficiency. I wouldn't need the second system, because I wouldn't have to overcome as much friction. But with only one to choose from, we already showed by trying to only flow one, system dropped. As soon as I had two inputs into the pump, we're getting enough efficiency that it's sustaining itself.
Awesome.
Got
But
a
only for
little
another
pond
point.
over there.
What's
We got
that?
a little pond starting to go. I don't know if you want to take a look at it.
Okay.
We got a little pond going on.
Is the
in
pond
field.
occurring where the drain is?
No, it's on the other side of it.
It's like in the grass area.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
I thought
wow.
it was green at first. I
We
thought.
probably
So I
put
thought
too much
green
water
on
in
the
that
other side of
grass.
that little
Okay.
house. I don't know if you want to take a look at it.
So what we might want to do is move the flow onto the other area where our hydrant is.
Okay.
So that way, instead of it all pointing to one area where everybody's going through for a car wash, we can point at the other area that I think most people who had to use the fitness area have used it.
Okay.
All right, Cap. I got to get back to it.
Okay, I appreciate your help.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank you.
All right, guys.
All
Let you
right.
get on with it. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
So I'll send you the video if you want. I'll
Yeah,
throw it all
definitely.
together. Yeah. And I guess I'll help you with putting all this back together tomorrow.
Yeah. Could you check and see if the guys are still there? Because I just needed to get that hydrant shut off and the hose line moved. I don't know if they're taking care of that right now.
So I did see them moving the master stream over there, but I will check on them and see.
Yeah, if they want to take care of that now, then.
All right. And I'm going to sneak one of these. Cool.